And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for a special edition of Weather University. Why a special edition? Because, Jacqueline, it's like a blizzard out there. No, it's not a blizzard out there. It's fun. We're getting some snow, and I think there's a lot of people with some questions. So we'll, of course, keep the lines open so we can talk to people and see what's going on. Jacqueline, let's start with a couple of things. You noticed something with Viper real-time radar, and so we'll pull this up here. A little bit of a gap down south of Petersburg right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a gap, but you can see it is starting to fill in a little. Some of the weather models also hinted at this, that we would see a gap between about 12 and 2. So some of us might see a break in some of that snow, but also you can see that camera I have pulled up. That's actually one of our new reservoirs. That's Cobbs Creek up in Cumberland County. Snow is still coming down there. Obviously, that's not in the gap section, but if you are seeing a break, you will see more come in the next few hours.
Yeah, and you mentioned out to the west here. I'm just kind of clearing that off here, and I'll pan the map over. You can start to see it filling in. If we go over to the radar site out of Blacksburg, you can start to see more snow there. And again, this is going to be one of those things where that big picture, even showing that gap we're talking about, and widen out this view here in just a second. If I can remember how, we might not have the tools to do that. That's the problem.
No.
But it's okay. But the point is, if we go back to the west, there's a lot more moisture into Kentucky and into West Virginia, and then it fills on in down into Tennessee. So there's a ton of moisture yet to come with this system, Jacqueline.
Yeah, and we're definitely saturated, and we're starting to see, you can see the snow even cover the rocks there. Snow starting to cover some of the roads down in Emporia and South Hill Farmville. I was seeing snow-covered roads earlier. And yeah,
you have some of those other cameras
yes,
there
I do.
too, don't you? Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah,
I do.
So we're going to be running a bunch of different things here for you, and again, answering your questions. Lucky Ned, snowing in Colonial Heights, and go Hokies. All right, there you go. Go ahead. So these cameras are exactly where I'm going to pull this up full there, Jackie.
These are all to the west of us. So I-64 at Route 250, that's near Charlottesville. I believe, yeah. Then I-64 at US 15, that's Zion's Crossroads, I believe. And then I-64 east of New Line Road. So these are all to the east of us, east of I-90. No, west. I keep saying east. West of I-95. And you can see most of the roads are clear. VDOT did a great job on treating them, but we are seeing a lot of snow over the grass, over the medians, and over grassy surfaces.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sticking in some areas. Starting to stick there at the Rockets landing camera. Grab the Virginia War Memorial shot here as well. Snow on the lens, snow on the grass hill. Wonder what Ashland looks like. I'll pull that up here. Not seeing it on the roads, though, in that shot. But coming down. You know, I love this shot at night when the things are lit. It just looks like such a perfect snow-covered town. Yeah.
So festive, usually.
Really is.
And I saw the train coming through earlier with the snow coming down. It was nice.
It was very, very nice. These bridges, I'm going to pull those back up full, Jackie. These are to the east of 95,
yes.
you said, right?
So we have the Norris Bridge. This is, I believe that's, I forget the town, but it goes into Whitestone.
So this is coming out of West Point, then crossing,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Downing Bridge, that's at a Tappahannock, and then I-64 east of Route 155. So these are all east of I-95. You can see a lot of, I mean, it is near water, so we're not seeing really a lot of the grass.
Correct, yeah.
But are also not seeing it come down at the moment there.
And I got some Bill Lee on Facebook saying it is snowing in Kilmarnock right now. Also, A.J. Austin out of Crew, actually between Crew and Amelia, he's got 2.5 inches already, he measured. Jeff Katz checking in. Big flakes coming down here in Ashland, and you can see, I do have that Ashland camera up there. You can see those big flakes in the pictures. So.
They are pretty big.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we should probably kind of go over what we're talking about in terms of the snowfall amounts here. Jack, I'm going to pull this up a little bit on a bigger screen, keeping you and I on here. This is probably the most interesting thing because the amounts are so varying based on snow and then rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is because also that transition line, when it's actually going to transition over and stop snowing. But yeah, I'm excited about it.
I know you are. You're loving it, and you're gonna go skiing tomorrow through Friday. Snowboarding, right? Out toward Snowshoe, I think you said. So they're getting some nice snow out there. We were looking at some of the cameras as well. So when we look at this, and you see the area in green, Danville, South Hill, Emporia, all the way to the Tidewater. While you're seeing snow now, and you had some cameras there, if I put that back up, can you back up to the cameras down to the south?
Yeah.
There we go. you could see the snow there, right?
Yes.
And so we're looking at a dusting to 2 inches when it's all said and done. The problem is that rain, let me just kind of switch to that, the timing graphic here. The rain is going to move in between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So that big dusting to 2 inches is pretty much going to wash away.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to get like exact measurements because you have to get it before it washes away.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. So it's whatever you're pretty much measuring, let's say, by 11 a.m. or maybe noon in many areas.
Yeah.
Then we have that next area, that deeper gray, 1 to 3 inches. We're getting some snow now, and part of that is Nottoway County. Crew, kind of with A.J. Austin saying 2.5. So we're already in that range of the 1 to 3, which is great. However... Oh, by the way, Haley Nicole said the Norris Bridge,
Yes,
Middlesex
I saw
County, topping into Whitestone. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Love that people are watching. It's great. So 2.5 in Crew already. And you got some more snow coming your way. We'll go back to the radar here. And here's the key. We're going to be looking at, more snow for a while. But when that sleet comes in, that's going to start to make this changeover. And it's going to stop the accumulations. Boy, we're getting some storm reports here. There we go. Amelia County Courthouse measuring at 9:30 this morning. You'll see this come up there, 1.5 inches. So that's not so bad.
That isn't. I wonder, you could pull up the temperatures, right, in Pixel Query?
I can pixel query the temperatures, 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches in Farmville. Let's see what you're looking for. Let me turn that off. Let's go to the data products. Jackie, you're making me think on the fly. No, it's good.
I'm curious I haven't checked the temperatures in a bit.
So let's just try to grab 33 in Richmond, Farmville 32, South Hill 33. I'm just kind of hitting some areas for you to give an idea.
Most of us still right around freezing.
Yeah, and as this precip comes down, we talked about this, it's going to pull the cooler air from aloft down to the ground for a while.
Yes.
Until things start to change over.
Yeah, it's still really we still have a while for that warm air to get in here.
Exactly right. So we're still seeing some snow in many areas, and again, getting some measurements out here. Let me click that one there. Burkeville measuring 2 inches at about 9:30 this morning out in Nottoway County. So again, when we look at those numbers that we have, and we'll talk more about this mixture. So you look at that deeper gray, 1 to 3. We're already in that range in some areas. You're going to get some more snow, but then when the sleet comes in, it's going to start to weigh it down. And I think that the area, that deep gray, that corresponds to that orange that I made, that pumpkin orange, 2 to 4 p.m. change over sleet and then rain.
Yep.
And from that point on, it's going to pour buckets. And it's going to wash most of this snow away.
Yeah, and we're not really concerned about the roads really tomorrow.
Right.
Because a lot of it will wash away and temperatures will climb to above freezing.
And I think you bring up a good point there. Let me bring up the 8-day while we're talking here,
and I
Jackie.
have something to bring up
Oh,
too.
go ahead, yeah.
But no, go ahead. I just have road conditions.
When we look at the 8-day here, I'm just going to bring this up real quick on a full screen. 36 today, and then you see I have 38 tonight. What I'm trying to show is that temperatures are warming. And in fact, we'll warm to 40 during the daytime tomorrow, but 42 Wednesday night into Thursday, and then Thursday, we're looking at 50 degrees. So we have that warm-up coming, as you were talking about, Jackie. What did you pull up here?
I just had to go through them. So these are the road conditions right now. You could see a lot of us seeing those wet roads. We saw in all our traffic cameras. It wasn't really snow covered just yet. But also, this is the evening commute. So as we head later into the day, the roads are just going to get worse out there. That's why today we're really expecting the worst out of the travel days. Tomorrow, with temperatures going above freezing, it should get a little bit better.
And again, so one of the things I think we should talk about here, this is kind of an overall idea. There still could be some snow-covered roadways leading to wet roadways.
Exactly.
So we want to make sure people are smart about that, being out. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to go back to the snowfall map here. Let me get some questions here.
Changing to sleet now, AJ said.
Oh, yeah, in Amelia County, so that's a little bit ahead of schedule. But that also may be because one of the things we have going on in that area is this this kind of break here down to the south. Let me turn off those, into portions of Amelia and Lunenburg County and even into Nottoway County. So this might be, as AJ said, down in Burkeville, some sleet with that break coming on in. But once that next batch comes in, it may rain or snow hard enough to pull down cooler air again. So you may toggle back and forth for a while. So just something to keep in mind. We go back to the that snowfall map. In Richmond and in the majority of the metro area, we're looking at 3 to 6 because we think, based on everything we're seeing, even with this break coming on in and then picking up again during the afternoon, the timing is such we should see a full transition to snow or from snow to sleet and then rain between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, so I wish it was long. I wish we were getting snow for a longer period.
No, for sure. I think, so this makes it very difficult, right? When as you and I talked Sunday morning, it is a very difficult forecast because not only are you looking at, okay, how much snow? And to know that, you have to look at the temperatures, not at the ground, but up high in the sky. You have to figure out the snow ratio, right? Is this going to be a heavy, wet snow, a snowpacking snow? Is it going to be a dry, powdery snow? So you got to figure out that. Then you got to figure out, okay, if it was all snow, how much would I get? But then, okay, is sleet or freezing rain or rain going to mix in? And then how much are we going to get before? I mean, there's so many different complicated things going on here. So that's what makes it pretty tough.
And then even this time yesterday, the system wasn't even really formed.
Correct.
And then just quickly formed, quickly moved out to us. It even came in a little bit earlier than expected this morning. But yeah, it's a hard job forecasting sometimes, especially winter storms.
Yeah, this one has really been kind of a doozy, if you will, on this. So I'm going to just see if I can pull up, show all monitors here. Let's see if I can pull up this. I just figured out, Jack, how to work, because we're using a bunch of different things here, right? So I'm just trying to clear this off. Let's see if I can do this. I'm trying. Come on. Oh, it doesn't like me sometimes. That's all right. Oh, there we go. And then we'll go to that, and then we'll come up here and we'll hit regional. Maybe we'll hit regional. Is it widening out? Nope. Let's try that. There we go. So this is what I was trying to show before, which is this big area of precipitation all the way down to the west and southwest. I mean, and so this is why we said once it switches, for good, it's going to pour buckets for a while. That's a lot of rain coming our way.
That is. And one thing also we mentioned earlier this morning is, not that you're going to want to be in the James River much this week, but it's probably going to stay high for quite some time with the snow melting, the rain coming. We have a lot of other rainy days in the forecast. It's going to be high. It's
going to be super, super high. You're 100% right on that. So, you mentioned, here we go with that forecast again. I mean, I'm jumping all over the place here. Let's just bring up the 8-day, not that one there. Let me switch back to the other monitor, make it a little bit easier to control. So, yeah, I mean, you have quite a bit of snow today. Then you said the melt. Then tomorrow afternoon into Thursday, there's another system that's forming down in Texas. And then Saturday to Sunday, we have more rain coming on in.
Yeah.
There are a couple of dry days, Friday, Valentine's Day, and then next Monday and Tuesday. But boy, oh boy, I mean, and again, you're right. In the James River right now, I think I looked this morning.
You have a frame in there.
God, I'm so good.
Are you? Because I mentioned it that you had it in there. So who's the good one?
No, you're good. Yeah, I was gonna say just over 8 feet. So yeah, and you can kind of see that
it's
slow
uptick,
but steady uptick coming. Yeah, and I think we're gonna see this rise quite a bit. So as you said, please stay off the James here. Let me get back to some of the comments here. Janet Pulling saying we're getting good snow now. She's hoping that Frosty the Snowman will come back to her hometown. Janet, you know me, I'm not a big fan.
AJ on Facebook is asking about freezing rain.
Yeah, so this is not a freezing rain scenario. And so what it takes for freezing rain, as we talked about yesterday, would be cold air, warm air for the snowflake to melt, and then hitting cold air again where everything's frozen. We're going to warm up at the ground and the loft at the same time, or close to it. So sleet, yes. Freezing rain, no. This is not a freezing rain scenario at all. Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. Cassie Duncan out in Powhatan, 3 inches now. So that's great because that's an area when we look at the snowfall forecast, we have Powhatan firmly in this white in that 3 to 6 inch range. So that is great. Nice. Based on Trixie Joaquin, based on the forecast, do you think schools will be open tomorrow in Henrico?
I swear, Matt should have been a superintendent in his past life.
If I was a I put this joke out there once on Facebook, and somebody responded, "Well, thank God you're not."
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? Because I would make people go to school all the time. So here's the answer: I don't think that schools in Henrico, maybe City of Richmond, Chesterfield, North are going to be open tomorrow. I think Thursday, 100% so. I think North is going to have an issue for sure, Hanover County and Points North, because that's where we're talking about that mainly snow and that 6 to 9. And even if you get some sleet, you're still going to have some really snow-covered roadways that's going to make it tough in those very rural areas, especially Hanover, Louisa County, Orange, Spotsylvania, Bowling Green, Caroline County areas. That's going to be tough, right? So I think that's going to prevent schools from opening. Thursday morning, you might have a delay. You might be closed. That one's going to be iffy. In Henrico and Chesterfield and Points South, 100% schools should be open Thursday. After the rain tomorrow, and again, not freezing in the overnight. Yeah, so enjoy your snow day today and probably tomorrow. So Harold Worthy, 3 inches here in the Abilene area of Prince Edward County. We had a low around 9:30, and then it started back again as rain and sleet about 10 o'clock. So a little bit of that transition there, and we talked about that a couple of seconds ago. That area on Viper real-time radar showing that area right here. This is the area of sleet, and again, even some rain, as Harold said there. So snow in Williamsburg right now, light snow so far in Chase City. We've got some good feedback so far.
I know.
So this is great. Jacqueline, so this out in Cumberland County is this particular shot. No, you're good. And you've actually just changed it now. Again, this is
I just changed it back. So sorry.
So this is Cumberland County.
Yes.
This is a reservoir. And then you have a set of traffic cameras, again, that is in
West.
There you go, west. So,
which is coming down pretty good out towards Charlottesville, which we could see also on real-time Viper radar.
Yeah.
But also the roads, they really did a great job treating the roads beforehand, so we're not really expecting the interstates to get too bad. But a lot of people also, you could tell, oh, there we are.
Yeah.
From bird's eye view.
I'm trying
you
to
can
use
see
all
me
these
trying
different
to keep
shots.
my legs warm.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so again, we do have some pretty good looks of different cameras around. But you're right. VDOT did a great job.
Yeah, go VDOT.
Go
You
VDOT.
guys are the best.
So yeah, and hopefully the roads will stay good. And again, the question will be, as it comes down heavier, what's going to happen? You know, looking at Viper real-time radar here, this area right there is the rest of the gap. When we started, the gap was all the way back to the west, and look how it's filled in here,
Yeah,
right?
it's filling in.
So yeah, that's going to be the thing. And notice again, temperatures are cold enough. So I think that we're going to start to see some pretty good moderate snow in Metro Richmond and continue. It might even pick up from that particular shot there that we're showing.
I didn't talk about these traffic cameras yet. So these are all north, really, of Ashland. We have I-95 at Ashland, where you could see it coming down, I-95 at Mud Tavern Road, and then we have a few cameras up near Fredericksburg, so I-95 at US 17, where we're actually not really seeing too much yet. I-95 at Route 207, it looks like it's coming down at the moment, too. Yep. But also, I mean, the roads have been pretty quiet today. I had, like, a few crashes this morning. And I know a lot of people are staying home from work and school, so that's great.
I think that's the thing. I think you're getting a lot of people who are home, maybe telecommuting today or whatever the case may be. So I think that that's helped out. Plus, schools being closed, you remove a lot of buses, a lot of teachers, administration, staff. Yeah. So that makes things a little bit better.
And I think a lot of people, they have the ability to work from home now. After COVID and quarantine and stuff, a lot of people have that. So
we don't have that ability.
No, we do not.
We're here no matter what.
Yes, we never have a snow day in the weather field.
That's one of the things, people are like, don't you like the snow? You get to go out and play in it? No, I don't.
I played in it last time.
Yeah, well, okay, you did. But really, we're working more, right? And so, what I like is, as we know, the sunny 100-degree days. Why? Because I don't have to work more. I can work less because
that's true.
when it's
you
like
can go
that,
fishing.
It's ho-hum weather, right?
Yeah, that is true.
But
that is true.
That's me being selfish, I know. So for sure. So, yeah. Again, we're looking at the. Let's go to Futurecast here, actually. Let's kind of play this out so we can show people what's going on. So at noon today, still looking at 31 degrees, snow flying from Petersburg north back to Farmville, to the west, to the east to Williamsburg, all the way up to Fredericksburg and close, including Metro Richmond. But you look at this point, you look at South Hill, you look at Emporia. This is certainly going to be the time we're going to start to see that rain. Remember, we had that transition from noon to 2, and then as we go into the afternoon, a good slug of snow coming through as we approach 2 o'clock here, Jackie. That's pretty good stuff right there. Deep blues.
That is pretty good stuff, and yeah, and that's like from Emporia all the way up to Fredericksburg, really. Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to really start seeing those cameras to the north start to really pick up in the snow too, because it looks pretty quiet there now, but. It's only, what time is it? 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
It feels like it's 11 p.m.
Because we have started at 3 o'clock in the morning. And this is probably the time from 2 o'clock until about, like, say, 4 o'clock or so that we're going to pick up most of our snow. And remember, we said that we'd start to see a transition in Metro Richmond 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Here we are at 4:15. And there's that slug of green and pink moving on in. And Petersburg South, we said 2 to 4, and we're looking at that green there. Again, this all has to come to reality, but this is what we're looking at. And then this is what you were showing in your traffic map for the evening commute, having wet roads and possibly snow-covered roads to the north and some icy spots. And this is kind of all working together because here we are at like 6:25.
Yeah, and then my evening commute map is 5:30, so
right.
Hopefully not a lot of people have to be on the roads, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a little sloppy for sure. We continue to go ahead here in time, and we're now at 8:30, and you see the rain line right into Richmond. Probably sleet in Ashland. North of that, it's probably snow. Everything Richmond South is going to be completely rain at 34 in Richmond and probably down to about 38 as you get down toward Emporia. And notice throughout the overnight, we're still steadily warming. Right, so rain continues here, snow farther north, Doswell north, and then overnight tonight, see how it kind of gets lighter? We're starting to kick this system out of here, and that's going to be the end of it probably after 3 o'clock or so, so something to keep in mind. But then there's that next system. Yes. Yeah. You know what, actually, Jackie, since I'm doing this, let's see if I can do this well. Let me try zoomed in there really quick. Let me change up the radar view. Let's go with National Viper here for a quick second. Whoops, I jumped a little bit too far ahead here. There we go, National Viper. Here we go, come on.
Snowing peacefully in Chesterfield from Vanessa.
Oh, that's...
Oh, and Chris said 1.5 to 2 inches here at Cobb's Creek Reservoir. Was slowly getting going here, but since 9:30, he's had that accumulation.
Cobb's Creek was the picture you were showing.
Yep,
okay.
I think I have it on the next frame here.
Gotcha. So I brought this view up here. So this is what we're dealing with right now. This is the developing system for Wednesday and Thursday, just to kind of show people what's going on. So this is the now. This is tomorrow. Right? I mean, that's and there's another one for Saturday.
Know.
So the system for Saturday, if you were watching Good Morning America this morning with Ginger Z, she was talking about a system that's about to go into California, provide some places with as much as 3 to 5 inches of rain, and then like 4 to 6 feet of mountain snows. That's the system for Saturday.
It's been a very active week, and I mean, we're staying active all the way through the whole 8-day, really.
Yeah, maybe too active.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, I mean, look, we like to have active weather because it makes our day go quickly, don't get me wrong, but it does really kick things into high gear for sure.
I'm definitely going to sleep like a baby tonight.
There you go. Then drive carefully tomorrow and enjoy your time out there. All right, one more time. We're just going to go back to the snowfall forecast here. Again, just looking at this 3 to 6 Metro Richmond, 1 to 3 South. And again, that sleet snow line moving in, as we talked about just a few minutes ago, 2 to 4 p.m. Petersburg South, a little bit earlier, farther south than that, but across Metro Richmond, 4 to 7. And I have that light blue area north of us, north of Doswell. That's after 8 p.m. With some sleet mixing on in, but you should stay as mainly snow with 6 to 9 inches up that way. Yeah. Anything else you noticed coming in here?
No. Jack? Someone asked again, we think will happen with schools.
Yeah, so again, Cody, we are not superintendents, because if I was, you'd be going to school tomorrow. But I think schools tomorrow, let's say for Chesterfield, Richmond North, probably going to be closed. Petersburg South, probably not. And then Thursday, I think everything should be open except for maybe things like in Louisa County or Caroline County, because there might just be enough residual junk on the roads from after we don't clear it out with the rain. And by the way, that's the one thing to point out here. With us warming up, not just during the day and the nights and the rain coming, we are going to pretty much wipe out all the totals by Thursday. Like, we'll be back to bare ground. And mud season begins here. Just saying.
I think there's, I didn't check my spring countdown today. 37 days maybe until spring.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're getting closer.
Jack, I could have done this. I'm sorry. I didn't think about this. We have some pictures that many of you have been sending on in.
I forgot too.
Yeah, so here's Keith over in Glen Allen, some snow coming down here. Jason Powell, let's see here. We got some different things. Let me see if I get to some pictures. Here we go. Melissa Banks out of Cumberland. We'll make this full screen. Jacqueline, how do I bring you up on this? I can't bring this up with you. Yeah, but I feel like you need to be part of this.
I'm still here.
I know you're there, but, you know, and I can't do...
Matt and I are both only children. Can you tell?
Well, I mean, I don't have a function to bring you up live with this other source. That's my problem.
That's okay.
All right. Well, there's a good shot there from. You're very sweet. I appreciate that. From Cumberland. Let's see here. Let's go grab Liz Merkham. Her dog. Oh, look at that. Aww. Can we have the collective?
Aww. Holly the Corgi.
Holly the Corgi. Did you know that? Did you read that? Oh.
Yeah, right there it says.
Oh, see,
Pick up Holly the Corgi.
Yep. Folks, Jackie's more observant than I am, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Let's see if we can grab another picture here real quick here. We got a lot of Cumberland. Here's some Powhatan from John West. A beautiful shot here of the woods and the scenery, and a little look at a little bridge that crosses a little creek there in the back. I like that. So we got some good pictures. And you can remember, if you go to WRIC.com/report it, you can submit these pictures. It's the only way that we can show them because it allows us to get you to sign off on a piece of paper that our company makes. This way we have the ability to show them. A lot of times you send in picture, video, and you're like, hey, you know, you can show these. We can't unless you sign it legally. So we ask for the legalese version, if you will.
Yes.
So, yeah, good stuff. All right, Jack, anything else you'd like to quickly go over? Anybody say anything good?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
All right.
I mean, stay off the roads if you can today. Yeah, it's still coming down in all our traffic cameras. That's, again, out to the west. And still pretty quiet there, but that's over bridges. Some bridges could be icy, too, so be mindful of that. Usually we have ice build on the bridge quicker because you have the air flowing underneath it, so things are colder.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, just try to stay off the roads if you can. Enjoy the snow day.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And Jackie will be up with another update coming up at noon today on 8 News at noon.
Yes.
So for now, that wonderful woman is Jacqueline Waters.
Wonderful man.
I'm the old man, Matt DiNardo, and it's been a pleasure being with you today. Hope you all have a great day. Bye now.